Hi, I'm Karthik Rannan. I'm the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. We'll start in a while. Yeah. Okay. So this is Amita. I have overall 7.5 years of experience in mentoring, training across different projects as well. So it's been like entire from front end till back end. So today what we are going to do, we'll see in a while. But before that, as I've introduced myself, right? I would like to know, like, just let me look at. So today is the first session, right? Yes. I would like you people to introduce. Just you can tell me your name and your, the stream that you are in.
Students, I have given you unmute access. You can talk. Okay.
So Deepika, Bhavani, Danush, Geeta, Karthik. Yes, any one of you can unmute. Just give me like what is your background and just give me what are the technologies that you are aware of, right? Deepika, are you there in the session? Yes.
My name is Shravya and I'm a computer science engineering student. I have basic idea of C, C++, Java, some front-end development.
Okay, good. So Sai Krishna, Rohit, yes, one by one, you can go in line. If Deepika is not present, Narasimha,
Good morning, ma'am.
yes.
Myself Deepika. I am
Yes,
a
Deepika.
computer science student, currently studying second year.
Okay.
I am aware of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and C, C++, Python, and Java.
Okay, that's great. So, yes, Abdul. Okay, that was great, Deepika. I understood. Who has, is it Abdul? Samira?
Hello,
Narasimha.
madam. This is Vinay. I am
Okay.
from CSC department. I have a basic idea about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, and Python. That's all.
Okay, great. So, Danush, Bhavani, anybody over here?
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes. Please speak out.
Good morning, ma'am. My name
Good
is M.
morning.
Sivanarayana. I am from CSE background. I know the knowledge of Python, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Thank you.
Great. Okay. So, anybody else? Yes, Sai Krishna. Who wants to
Good morning,
speak?
madam. Myself P. Sai Krishna. I am CSC Computer Science and Engineering. I have knowledge C and C++, Java, Python. Thank
Okay.
you.
Great, great. So, Rohit,
Hi, ma'am.
anybody else? Yes.
This is Narasimha Reddy, ma'am, from
Yeah,
Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning background.
Okay. So you are aware of all related to
Aware of
Python.
Python, Java, HTML, SQL, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Great. Vinutna, Saumya, anybody who wants to talk?
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
I am Karthik. I am from CSC department. I am aware of C, C++, Java, and Python also.
Okay, great, great. So most of you are aware of Java, Python, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? Okay, that's great. So Maurya Chandra and somebody, if I have not called out, Lakshmi Devi, right? Anybody, whomever I have, took the name, whom I have not taken the name as well, you can unmute and just speak.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Kashish. I'm from CSC Data Science. I have strong command over C, Python, Java, HTML, CSS, and SQL.
Okay, great. So, yes, Rubina, Sahitya, Ramya Shri, and somebody like Popo, not sure what is your name. So, anybody who wants to speak, calling out all your names actually, right?
Good morning.
Yes.
I'm BSc student, degree second year studying.
Okay. Yeah. So, Shravya, anybody else? Maurya Chandra, Vinutna.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Geetpriya from Computer Science and Engineering. I know Java, C, Python, HTML.
Okay, correct. So, Geet Priya.
Hi ma'am, my name is Mohit Chandra. I am from CSC Computer Science Engineering. I know Java, C++, C, Python and HTML, CSS. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, anybody else? That's it? Okay, so with this, I came to understand. Yes, anybody wants to speak? So what I will do in today's session is, we'll get an idea because you know many technologies, right? So with that, if you have a support of, the word called as MERN, right? The abbreviation called as MERN, what all technologies that you can, go through and understand and, develop your skills so that it will give weightage to your, resume, and how it becomes easy, and why MERN, or you can say mean, is nothing but so famous, why it is making the things so easy for the developers. So you will come to understand these all things. Yes, at the back end, you can use any of the technology, you can mingle it up. But the thing is, when you use, because why this particular MERN and mean has come into, so fame, you'll come to understand about these all things today, right? So what I will do, I'll share my screen, and I'll, let you know on what the things will differ when you talk about, right? Let me share my screen. Fine. I guess my screen is visible, right? Okay. So as we are in the session to understand about MERN Stack, okay? So we will understand more in detail about this. Before talking about MERN, I just want to talk about, the web development. This is nothing but we are into web development, right? Developing some applications. So for that, we have different technologies. We know about that, right? So before starting the session, I would like to start it with a fact saying that as humans have evolved, technology has evolved. Don't you think that? Why I was saying this is, see, the way that we are using the things will differ every time, right? Because in earlier days, when, the ancient people, they used to travel from one place to other place, they used to discover the villages, okay? They used to discover the villages. Why I'm saying this
I am saying this fact.
I would like you all people to be muted, right? If I ask you to unmute and you can give me the answers wherever you have a doubt, you can put it in the chat window. And as well, whenever I complete with the session, I would like to go with the things, right? So let's mute ourselves and let's follow the rules to be in the online, right? Okay. So what I was saying is, I was saying about a fact, saying that ancient people, they have discovered villages literally, right? What did I say? Ancient people have discovered the villages, right? So on the way, they used to draw. On the way, they used to draw. What they used to draw? They used to draw maps, okay? They used to draw maps. Literally, they were traveling from one place to other place, discovering the villages. So what kind of places they have made as villages where there is, the resources are enough, like water, right? Where the crops can be grow well, right? So basically, this art of drawing maps is called as cartography, okay? This art of drawing maps is called cartography, which is from ancient times. So I said, like, as humans have evolved, technology has evolved. Now today what we can do, we can use this colorful, the map with so many icons, which is the first and foremost friend to all of us, right? Whenever we go to a new place, what happens? We first open the Google Maps and start searching about it. Now behind this, there are a lot many things. Now, the fact that I have said and through which I have started the session, I guess you can correlate it. With this, you can understand over here, like how colorful it is and how user-friendly it is for the user. There are many things that are supporting with Google Maps to be, as a UI to be developed, right? What not we can do today? We can buy online, we can research, what not we can do in online. This is all possible only because of the applications or the development, the web that is being developed, right? So to support this, as you know, you're all aware, we have different technologies. Why we need different technologies? To add different features, few of the other technologies does not support. Then now in today's generation, we can, use any kind of technology and, mix and map it and, create a good performance-based applications, right? So, as I've told you, can we mute all? Can we mute ourselves for a while? Right? So this is what I said. So with this, what did you understand? Like as the humans have evolved, technology has evolved, right? Now I have requested a particular page called Google Maps. Now you are all aware of this thing, right? So it means I am the client who has requested a particular page called Google Maps from the client end, right? From the client end. Now, where did it go? Whenever I requested, now, these all pages or applications that are being developed, right? Everything is stored in some location, right? That is nothing but cloud, server, you can say, where all the web. What is the word meaning called web? What is the meaning of web? Right? World Wide Web. It is nothing but interrelated collection of documents, right? It could be files, it could be applications. It is a big storage, right? So that is nothing but a server, right? A server is a machine which serves all these resources to us. So server is a machine which serves these resources to us. I guess you are clear, right? I have, I'm just correlating with the thing that we have started just now, right? So what is a server? It is a machine which serves us the resources, right? Now, where are these resources? These resources are present or stored inside a machine, and that is nothing but the web that we are discussing, or we can say about. So it contains different files, right? So that is about server. Now, whenever the client has requested a particular page, what the server is going to give us, now this is the server and this is the client, right? This is the server and this is the client. Now, whenever the client is requesting a particular resource, what the server is giving us, the server is giving the response. Now, how do you think the server is going to give the response? Now, for example, if I hit a particular page over here, right? So maybe it is, I can say, right? I have hit a particular page that is nothing but a website over here. So what it has given me, it has given me a particular kind of UI over here, right? So it means whenever I request something, the server is going to give us a response. Now, how do you think the server has given us the response? As almost all, like you all people are aware of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Java, Python, right? So you could tell me how the server is going to give the response. Anybody who can tell me? So the response would be in the form of what? Will it give the response in this particular UI arranged, for us? No, right? It is going to give us some bunch of files like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? When we talk about, applications which are rendering at the client side, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. There are many other features that we can talk about, front-end, right? Or backend rendering, these all. So we are talking in general, whenever the server is going to give us the response, it is going to give us the bunch of files for us, the files that you made, right? So you used an IDE and you have, created a particular application. When you used these three technologies, the basic technologies, we got a particular, UI that has been rendered at our browser, right? Now, whose responsibility is the server has sent the response with a bunch of files, right? So whose responsibility it is to render it in this way? It is the responsibility of the browser. Yes, please, somebody wants to talk something. Who is that? Yes, Kashish.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, server sends us HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Our browser, such as Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, it converts the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript into the website.
Exactly. Correct. Okay, great. So likewise, we could see that it is the responsibility of the browser, from whichever browser we have requested to the server, it is going to render the page like this for us, right? So that is what is nothing but, and this process, everything that we request a page or an application, whatever we are requesting is nothing but is happening in terms of some cycle called as client server architecture, you can say, or you can say it is a request response cycle. Okay, what you can call it as? You can call it as request response cycle. Right? Request response cycle. So we are talking about this. So this architecture, you can call it as client server architecture, or you can call it as request response cycle. I guess this much is clear. We are already talking about the things that we have observed till now, right? Yes. Now, what is the use of MERN into this then? So we observed, like whenever we requested a particular page, we got a response. Okay. Now, this is clear, I guess, to everyone. What is the role of MERN over here? Now, we understand that at front end, these three technologies will help us to create the pages. So the basic technologies to create the front end are nothing but HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We write the code over here, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and we get to see the pages, right? Now at the backend we can use, so that is nothing but the front end developer. And at the backend we used to use, we can use Java, we can use PHP, we can use these kind of technologies and we can connect with the databases as well, right? So this is what we have seen. Now, the thing that has come into picture is nothing but MERN. Why? Now let me show you. Let me just point it over here for you so that you can. So we are going to understand what is the role of MERN over here. So till 2009, as you could understand just now. So in every browser, there is a kind of engine where it understands the JavaScript. So it takes a JavaScript code, right? The engine that is present inside the browser, it could be the Microsoft Edge, or you can say Chrome, whichever browser that we are using. So every browser is having a JavaScript engine, right? So it takes a JavaScript code and it converts into machine understandable code, right? So JavaScript was limited only to the front-end applications, okay? JavaScript was used only to the front-end application. So if you talk about, so in different browsers, there are different engines, right? As I've told you just now. So in Microsoft Edge, we have Chakra. In Firefox, we have SpiderMonkey. In Chrome, we have V8 engine. So the Chrome's V8 engine, which is a JavaScript engine, right? So what it has, it is it has more features and it has shown its, capability of doing the things bit faster in a performant way, you can say, compared to all other JavaScript engines of other, browsers. So what happened over here, it is also said that V8 engine is going to take over these all kind of, the engines that are being used. So Edge has been, rebuilt using the V8 engine. So this was a thing till 2009. Now, where comes the MERN? So in 2009, Ryan Dahl has, thought, like, when there are multiple features that have been added into JavaScript, right? We could see that over here, whenever we are talking about the applications, we could see there were many ES6 features which are supported to be used with other, the backend technologies, because earlier there were no data structures inside the JavaScript. Okay, there were not much of usage. But today we can say there are many features that have been added through ES6 version, right? So with this, the capability of doing the things at the JavaScript, the front end itself. So Ryan Dahl thought, why can't we use this particular JavaScript, the backend, and make the things for the backend developers to, more of ease, right? So in that case, what did he do? He has taken that particular V8 engine, which is running inside the Chrome browser, and he has, added it to a program written in C++. So it is nothing but he embedded it to the C++ program and called it as Node. Okay. So just now I've told you, whenever we request a particular page, we get a response. It is nothing but it is running inside our browser, because our browser is having a kind of environment. It initiates that environment. It understands the JavaScript and it makes that UI ready for us and it shows like this for us. But when we want to use out of this browser, there should be some environment to create this kind of applications, right? So there comes this particular term that is nothing but Node. So as soon as the Node has been come into picture, right? So the things have been made easy. Now, what is Node? We'll discuss in a while. But before that, as I've told you, we are talking about MERN now. So you understood that there is something that we can do with the JavaScript at the backend. So that is the reason these, the MERN has come into picture. Now over here, what does M stands for? So here, this is an abbreviation. M stands for Mongo. Okay. E stands for Express. Okay. R stands for React. And then N stands for Node. To make a MERN application, we need, the first thing that we need is Node. So that is the reason we'll start the MERN from Node, because everything is supported, even though it starts, the abbreviation starts with M. But the thing is, it has the capability only because of the Node environment that, initiate these all things. I hope this was clear. So MERN abbreviation stands for Mongo, Express, React, and Node. So with this, you got to understand that how the things have been, switched, like made the things for the JavaScript to run from front end to the back end. So it is because of Ryan Dahl, who has embedded V8 engine of Chrome into C++ program. Okay. So with this, we came to understand that we need an environment. Now, what is that? We will see in a while. So for now, you understood what is abbreviation, right? Now, so by learning MERN, what are things that you can do that are normal, the technologies that we have learned already at the front end, right? So let me tell you. So as we are talking about the full stack, now this comes with this understanding, what you will come to know, you will be a full stack developer. Earlier, you are using only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you have to learn the extra skills to, come up with this particular entire, developing of the application, right? So in that case, over here, as these all are the technologies that are built out of JavaScript on. Now here, if you know JavaScript, you will be able to understand it much more easier, right? So as you're already aware of JavaScript, so in that case, you will be able to easily understand how to write the code in these, four, I can say the four dynamics that we talk about over here, right? So now, so as we are talking about MERN Stack application, so let's first talk about the front end part. So at the front end, when we are not using MERN Stack, it would be the simple, the basic technologies that we have talked just now. But if you want to create an application out of MERN, we have to use React at the front end. React at the front end. Now, what will make the things work at the front end by using React? What could be the difference there? So React is nothing but a JavaScript library. Now, what is React? It is a JavaScript library which helps us to create UI. What is UI? It is nothing but user interface. The one that we have just saw, the application that we could see whenever we requested, that is nothing but a UI, right? Whichever the interface the user is able to interact with. So that is nothing but UI. So React is a front-end JavaScript library which helps us to create UI. Okay, so the UI is nothing but like this. Now, this application that I'm talking about, Mama Earth, is made out of React. There are many other applications. You can, we can discuss about that as we come up with the things. So over here, what I want to tell you is why React, how the things makes, more ease by using the React in our abbreviation called MERN. So when we use React at the front end, we can make everything as components. Okay, we can make everything as components. Now, what is components? So a component could be a small function, like it could be a small function or a class. It supports, few features. It could be a class component. It could be a functional component. Okay, a component could be from a small button to the entire page. You can create and you can reuse it. By creating components, what happens? You can reuse it, okay, wherever you want. Now, this has a kind of folder structure. Now, over here, you could understand we were writing HTML, CSS, JavaScript in separate files, and we were doing many things over there. But when we talk about React, what happens over here is, when we talk about React, it would mix these all things into one file. So it would be a big file structure, but it makes the things easy. Once we build the structure, it makes the things easy for the developer to work. Okay. And the things would be like, as the features the React supports, right? As it supports lot many features. We'll talk about that someday when we talk about the React, but I will show you how the React can be used to create the applications and what helps the things to be used over there, right? So what is React? It is nothing but a JavaScript library. It helps us to create the UI. What did I say? Whenever you use only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, yes, you should know this knowledge, because to create a React application, it is very much needed to understand about these technologies that you have learned. But what is your next step? To make the things more easy, to make the development process quick and fast, the developers have been using this particular React at the front, right? So in that case, what happens? We can create components and we can reuse them. It supports a lot of features which are out of the React.js library. So whatever the features that are there inside the React.js library, we can use them inside our components. Now this makes the things developing the applications a bit faster. So it helps the developer and it helps the things to be faster as well. Okay. Now with this, I guess you came to understand what is the thing that we can do with React at the front end, right? So if I talk about this particular page, right? So you can see earlier when we were talking about HTML, CSS and JavaScript, after that, there was one technology that has come into picture. That is nothing but the Ajax. We are still using. It's not like we are not using, but Ajax. What Ajax was doing, it was trying to, for example, this is a particular page. Let me just scroll down here. For example, this is a particular page. In that particular page, if we have some content that is to be, there is a button over here inside this particular area, right? And this is some kind of blog that is written, right? If I try to click a particular button over here, right, I want to make changes only in this particular part of the application. So in that case, without re-rendering this page, right? So what the things will happen whenever we request a particular page, you understood, it needs to check with the HTML part, the CSS part. It needs to go through all these, and then it has to adjust with the JavaScript for the thing to be ready for the interactivity, right? Right now you could see only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and that is nothing. We have not yet interacted with this page. It means the JavaScript is ready for us to do the next work for us. If you start searching for any product, it will start working, right? So this much was there. So whenever we were trying to use these things, what would happen if, for example, this is not out of React? Whenever I click a particular page, right? Whenever I click a particular, for example, if I go over here, let me show you. Whenever I go to a particular page, what happens? Over here, you could see why I took this one is nothing but this is out of, just a minute. So I just wanted to show you example with only these things. So if I try to click one particular thing, you can see over here what happens. When I click a particular ones, you could see the page is being moved to the other one. So if I try to click on a particular product, right, the page is being refreshing. It means it should take all the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and it should remake that particular page or rebuild that particular page, right? But whereas if you talk about this Mama Earth, right? So right now you can see whenever I try to click on a particular, option over here in the menu, right? So you could see my page is not refreshing. So if I talk about like this, you can see my page is not refreshing, but still I could see the different, products over here, right? So in that case, whenever we are using this particular React, what happens? It makes the things easy for the developer as well, but it also creates a single page application. Now, what is single page application? It is nothing but it stops re-rendering the entire thing. It changes only the part that it has changed. It has to change. Okay, it changes. Why? Because there are few features that works. That is nothing but the virtual DOM which supports the React. Okay, that's the thing. It stops re-rendering, and we can create this particular single page applications as well out of React. I hope this was clear. So this is the thing that we could see at the front end. Single page applications. Okay, because of its features, it makes the things more easy, right, for the developers to create the applications faster. So that is what I talked about, the front end part. Now coming to the back end part. As I've told you just now, JavaScript was only limited to the front end part. But because of Ryan Dahl in 2009, he created some environment called Node. Now, what does this Node does? It helps us to run the JavaScript outside the browser. Now, by that, what happens? We can write JavaScript. We can write the JavaScript code at the backend, developing part as well. So in that case, what is Node? First of all, let us understand. It is nothing but, the JavaScript engine which has been embedded with CSS, and it is a runtime. Okay, it is a runtime environment for JavaScript. So Node.js executes JavaScript code outside the browser. So it is a runtime environment outside the browser that is created outside the browser. Okay, I hope this much was clear. So we have understood what is a part of Node over here. It just understands JavaScript outside the browser. Now, Node.js has a lot of packages. So I can create a package and I can publish it. You can use it. You no need to rewrite it, or you no need to reinvent the cycle. What does it mean? Iska matlab kya hota hai? You no need to write the code for a particular feature that you want to add it into your, application. You can use the code that has been written by the other developers. There are core modules as well. It means Node.js, whenever you use Node.js, there are core modules. What is the meaning of module? A small JavaScript code which has been packed. Okay, it has been added into a package, and that package can be installed and you can use it for your application. Now, by this, what happens? If it is a small package, whichever application you want, you will use it. And then what happens? The project, or you can say the project that you are creating out of the node, it will be lightweight, right? So in that case, what happens? It runs, the performance will increase, right? It supports the performance because you want only these many packages, you will install only those packages. So it is a large ecosystem with built-in packages. It has core packages. It has published packages by other developers as well. If you want to be part of, the node package, you want to publish, you want to serve to the community, you can create a package and you can publish it as well. For that, there is another process that you have to do. You have to, get into that particular NPM. I'll tell you about that. So to use Node, what we have to do, we have to install it. Now you understood that it is nothing but a particular file. It is nothing but a particular file. Inside the CSS file, this node has been added, and that is a .exe file. Whenever you go to how to use it, you have to go to Google Chrome or any browser. You can start searching about Node, right? We have to install it. We will install it, probably tomorrow. After discussing about these all, we'll start working on that, right? So at the end as well, we can install it and keep it ready for us for tomorrow, right? I will tell you on how to do that. So that is about Node. So whenever we install Node, what happens? Along with Node, NPM gets installed. Now, what is NPM? NPM is nothing but a registry. Okay, it is nothing but a registry. So Node Package Manager. Just now I have told you, whenever you install Node, there is, this package manager. I told you inside the node, we have a lot of packages. So this package manager is a default package manager for the node. It automatically gets installed whenever we install the node. So you can think npm as a software library, because you wrote a code, you published it. Somebody else have written the code, they published it. So it is a small kind of book, you can say. When you compare it with the real world, it is like a software library. So a book library contains books, right, written by different authors. So you can say npm is a library, or a storage or a registry which has the packages which has been written by the other developers, right? So you can use that code package by a process, by using a command in the terminal. I'll tell you those all things. I'll tell you on how to use it. So it is like nothing but you're borrowing and publishing the code packages. So npm is a package manager. So now you tell me, if there is no package manager, so you have bought a new version for your particular package. So how I will come to know about it? So there should be some, location, there should be some way of letting each and everyone know about it, whether this is deprecated, whether there is a new version added to it, right? So whether this package is there or not. So these all things should be known to the developer. So that is the reason whenever we install Node, there has been npm which has been attached to it. That is nothing but the Node package manager. Why do we need Node package manager? Because to consume, or you can say publish, to know about those versions of the packages that we want to use. If there is an update, if the developer who wants to add a package, he wants to change the name of a function name, how you will come to know that the function name has changed? So npm should guide you, right? There should be someone who should guide you. So that someone is nothing but the npm. Okay, Node package manager. So we need npm. So just now I've told you, now this is the default package manager. Other than npm, we have few other package managers as well. That is nothing but pnpm and yarn. Okay, so but we will be using pnpm. We'll be using the npm, the default ones. Yes, somebody has raised their hand. You can tell me. Who has raised your hand? Can you raise it? Is there any doubt till here? You want to ask any query? Can I continue? Okay. So I'll give you time at the end. So else you can ask me tomorrow as well. Fine. So with this, what happens? You can create, because of this node, I mean, the JavaScript which has been used at the outside the browser, it has made the things more easy to create the enterprise applications. What does it mean? We can create the full, we can say that full stack developer or full stack applications, you can see, right? We no need to depend on other technologies. So in that case, it makes the things easy as well. Now, why it makes the things easy? Because I will discuss about these all, how to use it and all tomorrow. Now, so let me come over here. You understood what is Node. You understood what is React. Now, what is Express then? Express is a Node.js framework. Now, just now I've told you, Node itself is having a lot of packages, and we can use Node itself to, create the application as well. But when we talk about Node, the things becomes a bit difficult. Still, I mean, it is helping us to write the code at the backend. But still, when the developer starts writing the code, he has to write the code, instead of adding the feature to the application, he has to sit and think about, all the feature, how to implement it. But this has made the things more easy with this framework of the Node, that is Express. You can leave all the things that needs to be handled to the Node itself. You can just work on the features that you want to add into your application. Now, when you work with Express, you will feel like you're just writing the similar kind of code again and again. Whereas by using the modules of Node, okay, by using the modules that are supported, see, of course, you're at the backend, Express is using the Node packages itself. but it is not known to us. You will get a clear idea when we talk about few of the modules. Okay, so it is nothing but when you use some kind of modules only with plain Node core modules, you have to write lengthy lines of code. But when you use Express, the lines of code decreases and you can more concentrate on the features that you want to add into the application. That is what I want to talk about. Okay, features that you want to add into the application. So I guess you had a clear idea on what is Node, what is React, what is the use of Express, right? Not talking about Mongo. So it is nothing but you already, I mean, few of you are aware of SQL. It is nothing but structured query language. Now this is no SQL. It means you no need to follow a particular structure. You know, a record can be added into a database. If a particular field is not added as well, it can be added because it supports JSON way of adding the records into the database. So it is a no SQL way of creating the database. Because we are creating enterprise level application using MERN, we can use whenever we are creating application enterprise level. In that case, we want to, have the database and, get the data, render the data from the database, right? So in that case, this supports us at the backend by creating no SQL structure. I mean, no SQL databases over there, and we can pull the data into the application that we are creating. Okay. Now, what makes the things easy over here? Because it is no SQL, it has few of the, you can say disadvantages, but as this particular MERN is supporting no SQL, so Mongo will help us to create this particular because it uses JSON object. In that case, what happens? It is supporting again the JavaScript. So likewise, internally, right? So likewise, these all 4 abbreviations that we have talked just now are, all using JavaScript code at the backend. And if you know JavaScript, you will be able to understand on how to write the code. I hope this was clear on how to, what you will be learning in the next from tomorrow on, right? So this is all about, we'll start with the node, we'll install the node today, and we'll understand about the NPM packages from tomorrow on. Okay. We'll understand about the modules. As you are aware of the front end, now you should understand that we are going to use, at the front end, we are going to use the React. Whenever we build a front end application, we will use React. So you have to, there will be a way of connecting, right? As you know, as you are aware of, to, connect the front end with the back end. And within the back end, you can connect the node, with the databases. So these all you will be able to understand and you will be creating a full stack application. That is what you will be learning, right? With the MERN actually, right? So tomorrow we'll start on how to use these packages that I've talked about. So let us try to install this particular node now. Okay. So you have to go to Chrome. You have to start installing the node. Node.js, right? Download. So you can download it. Okay. You can download it. You can just start typing over there. Click on this. There will be a wizard that opens, right? Any one of you have installed already with the node. What is node? You got to understand till now, right? So if you have the node itself, only then we can create the packages, how to use the package. Yes. Okay, you installed it already. So as I want everyone to be installed, be on the same page. Yes. So as I want everybody to be on the same page, I want everyone to install with this particular node, and we'll discuss about the things from tomorrow on. Any doubt till here to anyone? We can go through the process. Okay, just click on this. There will be a wizard that opens up, right? So you can see as soon as it starts up, you can follow the process. There will be few check boxes. Okay, Amrita, you can unmute, I guess. Yes. Yes, Amrita. Any query, Amrita? Anybody who has any query till now? So whenever you start, this is like normal, any installation process that we follow. This is a wizard, right? So it is going to help you. You just need to check box with few things that come up, right? Follow the process and try to install it. So as soon as we install it, Node get installed into our system, right? Now, once we have this, okay, follow this process because it is already there with me. I'm not doing the next steps. Go through the wizard and finish it. Okay, fine. So that was all about. We'll see with the modules. I guess you understood what is Node. Anybody who is having any kind of doubt over here? My full screen is shared. Okay, fine. I guess this window was not shared, I guess. Right? Just let me. If this was clear, right? So it is a, installation wizard that you need to follow. Click on next and try to finish it. Anyone who is having any doubt till here, what we have discussed. So what is Node? It is a runtime environment which is created outside the browser. Okay, so to start with MERN, you should have Node. Then only we can start with MERN way of creating the applications. First, we will understand about Node, right? Anyone who is having any doubt over here that we have discussed, I guess what we have done today. We discussed about what is a web, development process. How does the development process goes on? As we are already aware, how the things have been, changed from our every time. Like I have told you, it evolves. Thing evolves, right? Every day we get to know many things because people are also fascinated about the things. So it is very much needed for for the businesses. So businesses always thinks about, right, how to make this particular applications to be more easy for the customers, you can say, right? So as there is a need of development, there is a need of the developers as well, correct? So in that way, every time we keep on making the things changes, make it more easy because we are all fascinated about learning the things, right? So that's how the React has come into picture. So that's how the things have been changed. What you can say, earlier we could see only, applications where there was only text. Slowly it has been, we know these all things. So you are already aware of many things. So the thing that you are going to learn here is about how to make the things more performant now, right? We want the applications to be more performant. So to make those things with this much of huge of data, every day we can say lots of huge of data. Everybody are aware of Python, what is data and how to manage the things, how to make the dashboards. So in that way you can understand. So everything is again interrelated. It's not like applications, front-end applications. Again, you can say it's nothing but it is interrelated to the the data that we collected, right? So likewise, a particular application is having a lot of features. So it has a lot of technologies that you need to, you can go to the any area of the things that we think about, right? Anyone who is having any doubt till here? Umesh, I guess. Anybody who wants to talk anything till here, any doubt? I guess everyone got installed. If you all people have installed with the Node, can you please type yes in the chat window so that I can get a confirmation that tomorrow we are going to start with how to use the packages, understand about it, and how to start creating the application at the backend using the JavaScript. Yes, anybody who wants to speak anything, please type yes. Okay, so it is a easy process. It will, if it is taking time, just please complete it. If anybody is not having Visual Studio Code as well, I guess everyone has it. If anybody is not having Visual Studio Code, we need Visual Studio Code as well. I thought like as we have worked with sorry. Sorry. Okay, installation of node completed. Somebody was talking. Can you please unmute yourself and talk to me again? I couldn't see your name. Who is talking? Sneha, is it Sneha? One by one. Can we try one by one? Vardhana. Guru Vardhana. Yeah. Please tell me. How many of you do not have Visual Studio Code? It is also the same process, right? We need to get installed with the Visual Studio Code, which is the IDE that we are going to use. Guru Vardhana, any query from your end? Do you have any question? Do you have any query? I'm not able to hear you clearly. Fine. Anybody else? Umesh, is there any doubt? Any query from your end? Somebody was speaking in the middle. Yes, anyone? How to install Visual Studio Code? I guess you are aware of it. You need to go to Google Chrome just now, like how do you have we have done for the node. Go to Google Chrome and start typing Visual Studio Code and install it. Follow the installation process. Okay. Keep ready with these two things. This is nothing but the interface of Visual Studio Code. And we'll start from here. We'll use the npm package that got installed into our system. And then we'll use the packages. We'll learn how to use the packages first, and then slowly understand about few of the core modules, how the node helps us to create previously installed version of what version of Visual Studio Code. It is fine, not a problem. Okay. Previously installed version, that is fine, not a problem. We should have the Visual Studio Code to work with. Just go to Google and start downloading the Visual Studio Code according to the one, the OS. Please start installing it and follow the wizard process. Keep these two things ready for us. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yes, just no problem. What is this, Kirti? Like we have a link over here, the Zoom link. You have shared it. So, okay, not a problem. So, anybody till here? I guess you are clear. So tomorrow on we'll start using the packages. Any query? What is MERN? Not a problem. Not a problem. Any query? Are you aware now? Like what?
Hello, Amita. I hope you are done. Yeah, thank you,
Yes.
students. So
Yeah.
we don't have any attendance for this. You have to just attend these live sessions. That's it. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Amita. We'll meet on tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll meet tomorrow. So I'm sorry at the end I got interrupted and I was just joining. Yes, I guess everyone are clear with this concept of what we have understood today. We'll start.